Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Vijay and we are going to learn Python with our Python Mastery series. So, in the previous video, we saw how we can use the for loops. Okay, and we saw how the while loop was used and the for loop, difference between both of them, and we also created a display menu mini project also with the for loop. Let's say the token example that we took for the while loop, similar I want to implement with the for loop. So how we can do that thing? um, it, or to be more precisely, if I define the problem definition, I know the number of iteration. uh, there is no list or anything like that. Let's say I have to repeat a loop for 20 times. I have to print a welcome message for 20 times. Do I need to create a list first of 20 numbers, then loop it? Is it a good practical solution? Definitely not. So we have a few, you can say, good function that is provided by Python itself to implement this kind of problems, solution to these problems. Okay. So we have one of such function called as range, which generates a sequence of number through which we can iterate the number of times, and it does not require a list or anything in advance. Let's say I want to iterate for 5 times. I do not require a list of 5 times. It will generate automatically with the range function, and we can loop it through that number of times. So let's jump to our blackboard now. The function name is range, and let's say if I want to start with a sequence first, or syntax, I would say, not sequence. Syntax is start, end, and step. This seems familiar, like we were doing in the slicing also. The syntax is very similar to that. We will enter the start number, end number, and then the step size. And the end number is also not inclusive like we have in the slicing. So it is very similar syntax wise. Let's say I want to generate a sequence of numbers from 1 to 5. So I have to give a number 6. And if we don't give the step size, by default, Python will take 1 as a step size. Okay. So what it will generate? It will generate 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. This it will automatically generate whenever we give this function to the Python while writing the for loop. Okay. The important thing to note here is that if we don't give the start also, the starting by default is, let me write it down. 1 second. So by default, I guess, okay, let me take it down only so it does not merge up with the text. Start number is 0. Okay. Then we have another thing is step size is 1. Okay. Mm, okay. Step size is 1 by default. Okay. Then we have another thing is end is not inclusive. Okay. So that whatever the end number we will be giving, that will be excluded. Okay. And it will automatically generate the number. So now let's jump to the implementation part. Let me save the previous file. Oops. Save it and then close this, create 21 range dot ipynb. Okay. So I have created a file and we will implement with the basic range function. So for I in range, and what we want to give, we want to generate 5 numbers, let's say, and I'm intentionally not giving the start because I want to show you that the start is from 0, not 1. Okay, if we print I, okay, you can see uh, we do not require any list of numbers in prior, so that we range function itself can generate a sequence of numbers, and we will have that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 automatically generated. Okay, now we will give the start and stop value. Let's say I want to generate specifically from 1 to 5, 1, and the start number is 1, and end number, if I want 5, I will have to give till 6. So here you can see this satisfies our requirement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 it generated. Now in the same example, if we add the third parameter, step size, let's say I am giving till 10 and I want to print every second number. This is very simple. You can see 1, then 2 is skipped, 3, 4 is skipped, 5, 7, 8 is skipped, 9, in that way. Okay, and also like in the slicing we did, we have negative slicing. In the similar way, in the range also we can have a like negative kind of range also we can print. So let me show you how we can achieve that. So let's have the counter example. Countdown we can create, and what we can do, we can have it from let's say we are counting from opposite 10 to 0 and -1 we will keep as a countdown. Okay, so here you can see 10, 9, it printed in the opposite descending order when we keep the step sizes -1. And here the end value 0 is also not included. So the other concept are same. Whenever you want a negative like opposite direction printing or opposite direction range, simply add the step sizes -1. Okay, now a very famous use case, or I would say not use case, but a very famous example, we used to write the multiplication tables in childhood. That also with 1 or 2 lines of coding we can automate that thing. So let us do that for I in range. What we will be doing, 1 to 11, because we used to write, let's say I'm writing the table of 5. So what we were doing, 5 into 1, 5 into 2, till 5 into 10 we were writing. So the start we have given 1, and the end number we have given 11, because it will then only print till 10. And then we will do print here f. What we will be doing, what we are doing here is, let's say I want to print a table of 5, so I have to write 5 into, and the number will be I. Okay, so that will give me a result of 5 into I. Okay, so what this will do, this will translate to something like 5 multiplied by 1 equal to 5, something like that. It will translate in the first iteration. So that is only we are converting in the code. Mm, okay, so here you can see, rather than this, to make it more realistic like our childhood, this is the table that we used to write. So here whatever I want to write, we can have that number. And also if you want to make this whatever table you want to print as per the user requirement, let's say you took a number equal to input enter your number. Okay. So whatever multiplication table you want to print, you can ask the user to give you the input, and then simply instead of this you can have, oops, I made some mistake in the brackets. Let me correct that. Okay. So here we can have the number, and then here we can have, we do not require additional brackets, number into I. Okay. So it will ask me for number. Let's say I enter 3. So here you can see the table of 3 is printed. Now if I take the input as 10, sorry, I took 90, so it printed the table of 19. So whatever is the requirement of user, that is now become dynamic. Whatever according to the user we can print runtime. We do not have to change the code. So this is the power of looping. You can see with the help of loop and range function, we made it according to the user dynamic way, that whatever user wants, they can enter the number and the table will be printed. And we have seen enough examples. Now let's move to the mini project. The same mini project we will execute that we did with the while loop of token generator. But this time, what we will do, rather than making the condition true that it should be 1 to 20 with the while loop, we will do it with the for and the range. Okay. Mini project of our code cafe, and then we will have simple token generator. Okay. We will print a welcome, welcome to code cafe. Now print, oops, I guess some typing. Okay, print, we will do a slash n to have token generator. Okay, and then what we can do, for token in range, let's say we want to generate 20 tokens. Okay. Okay, for range, print, how we can do the f string part, token number is, and then we can print the token. Simple. Okay, and then we will print our final message. What was our final message that we can print is all tokens are generated. Okay, and this seems to be completed. Yeah, we can do that now, complete. And also you can take this number from the user also and provide here as number. Let's say if I define it, number is equal to 21. Okay, and I can provide here the number plus 1. Okay, not here. I would say input, enter the number of customers. Let's say we enter the number of customers, and that we will give here. So it will give us more flexibility. It is not dependent that it will always generate 20 tokens. Okay. So let's say I give a number of 20. Okay. So it gave us an error. See, when we run the program in the runtime, we get to know that we didn't convert it to the from string to the integer. So this gives us an error. This I did intentionally to show you that how we can get the error if we don't pay attention to a small detail that we need to convert this to integer from the string. Okay, so now if I try to do this, let's say I want to generate 20 tokens. Okay, so you can see token number 1, token number 2. In that way it generated all the 20 tokens, and now it messaged that tokens are generated. So it is now a little bit, we can say, dependent according to the user, whatever they want to generate. We are not hard coding any value, and that is the standard programming basics that we always follow. Do not hard code, give user the flexibility, whatever they want they should be allowed to enter that value, and according to that the program should adjust. It should not be that user has to make changes and request the developer to make changes in the actual code. Okay, so let's say I'm generating the 5 tokens. So you can see here token number 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if you pay attention, I am doing here +1. I am not asking customer to add up one value extra. So that are the small things. It seems very small, but these are the things when you actually code, you get an idea that okay, you need to pay attention. If I have never done coding, I won't be able to identify that I need to do a +1 here because the end value is not included. So I would request you all, please do code along with me in this video series. That will give you a more understanding about the programming. The practical understanding is very necessary when you actually code. That will help you to understand the things. Okay, so just to recap what we have seen till now, we have seen the range function, its syntax, how it works, what are the default things regarding that. Then we implemented a beautiful token generator. Okay, so this was it for this video. In the next video, we are going to see how we can take more control of the loop. Like if we want to pass any condition, let's say we want to pass any iteration, how we can do that. If we want to break the loop at any particular condition whenever it is met, let's say I am counting something. Let's say I'm giving tokens only, example of token only of this code cafe, and at fifth token I want to exit the loop, and I want to have a stop at the fifth iteration whenever the token number 5 is there. So how we can do that, that all is achievable, and that concept we will be learning in the next video. I hope you all are liking this series. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy coding.